Hey folks, and welcome back to another video from D1 DLC. I'm Jake and this is Jordo, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Earforce Z60 from Turtle Beach, a 7.1 surround sound gaming headset.
DTS, I'd say 7.1. For the people who don't know what 7.1 is, it's basically, in theatre terms, you've got the centre speaker in front of you, you've got left and right channel, then you've got two more, and then you've got the two behind you as well. So that makes the 7, and the 0.1 is your subwoofer, 7.1.
So I like the idea of 7.1 systems for your headset. The problem is most of the time it's always a virtual 7.1, so they mimic what you would be hearing from the front and the rear. So when it comes to positional audio in gameplay as well, it's pretty important for gamers to have really good positional audio when they're in a FPS like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1, that sort of stuff. You need to be able to hear where stuff's coming from. With virtual 7.1, it's always a little bit difficult for them to recreate that really well. Which is one thing I'll give the Z60. They actually do positional audio quite well.
Yeah. So let's take a look inside this one, shall we?
All right. So some nice packaging right off the bat.
I have to say, yeah, Turtle Beach, they do a nice package, don't they?
Yep.
So in here we have the instructional bits and pieces.
Nothing else in there but sort of like booklets and stuff.
Let's have a quick look here. Here, I'll let you open. No, I'll get this one. Here we go. So, yep. Okay, attention, warning, and
some stickers. We always love stickers.
There we go. So we got that. The cool thing about these headphones is you can have them as headphones, or you can plug this one in and have it as the microphone, so you get your gaming headset as well.
Fully detachable microphone.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it in a little bit, but the mic is actually pretty decent too.
Yeah. All right. So with this piece here, this is the part which is USB, plugs into your PC, which you basically command it from. So you can go volume up and down on microphone and headset, have them separate, muting function, as well as gaming, movie, and music.
Different modes to automatically switch on the fly, which
plays
is
with
quite
the treble and the bass and everything like that.
Yep. Now each of those, before we get into the headset, with the actual different modes that you can listen to, can you actually manipulate the settings for each of those modes as you want?
Not that I'm aware.
So they're all preset, you hit the button and it's all done. So in the software, you're pretty much limited to what the presets on the buttons are for each of those different modes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I used these.
Yep.
You used these.
Yep.
I didn't use the microphone, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
So we played a quick round of Battlefield 1 not that long ago, and I did try them out while we were online so that we could test out the microphone.
Yep.
And apparently it came through really crisp and clear.
It actually did, if that's what you were using when you were talking to me on BF1, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and I'm used to having some pretty average mics, especially detachable mics. They tend to have a little bit of either background noise, or they pick up too much, or they're just a bit crackly.
Well, it sounded great.
This seemed rock solid, and it's really comfortable. Nice little gooseneck at the end, so you can adjust it as you need to. It's really good.
Yep. Well, they say these have 60mm drivers in them as well, which would then help with bass.
Yep.
I found personally, I didn't get 100% the kind of bass I would have been thinking out of these.
Yep, you're thinking a bit beefier.
Yeah, personally, yeah. I did try the differences between gaming and movies, though.
Yep.
I tend to find that when watching a Dolby Digital 7.1 movie, I got more bass out of them than playing a game, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Which is surprising in something like Battlefield as well, which has got very heavy sort of bass elements to it. Really great sort of sound effects in it.
Yeah.
It did, for me, it definitely sounded a bit tinny.
Yep.
It didn't have enough range, and just felt tinny.
Yeah, I will say though, super comfortable.
They are really comfortable and nicely adjustable.
Really rigid too in the adjustable, so you don't get them ever slacking.
Yep, no accidentally sort of half hanging down.
Yeah, no, not at all. How'd you go with the cord length on this one?
Yeah, so I found it a little bit frustrating. I've just got a bit of a new desk at home, so my setup is a little bit wider than it used to be.
Yep.
And I did find it a bit of a struggle. I want to always plug these sort of things into the back of my PC, run the cables behind the monitor, so it's nice and clean and easy for me to use. I had to run these from my front USB ports, which is a bit frustrating for me. And it looks messy.
Yep.
Even when it was running from the front USB, I couldn't quite move around as much as I would have liked to. It did seem a little bit limiting. So that was a little bit frustrating for me.
Okay, yeah. I'm about the same. I had to plug it into one of the front ones as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm used to having a really long cable, but same deal.
Yeah.
Once again though, the build, brilliant.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like I kind of do wish, like being a reasonably high-end gaming headset, I kind of felt like I wanted some of these to be almost metal or something like that. So it's all completely plastic. There's no metal based on it at all. It does look really nice, and it definitely does suit the gamer's headset sort of style, which Turtle Beach are known for.
Yep.
But for me, the build quality is surprisingly good given that it's plastic.
Yeah.
So it did kind of feel a little bit flimsy when I first took it out. I wasn't sure. After using it for a little while, it's pretty rock solid.
Yeah, yeah.
So the other cool thing about the Turtle Beach headset Z60s is that they're actually closed cut as well. So there's not a huge amount of sound leakage that you get when you're gaming. So should you be in your bedroom or at home, the folks you know, in bed or something like that, and you want to game, there's not going to be a whole lot of sound leakage, which is a good thing. The problem with it probably does limit the sound stage a little bit, but overall it doesn't inhibit it too much, and it keeps it nice and quiet.
Brilliant. Overall?
Yeah, look, overall I was happy with them. I possibly wouldn't want to fork out what you might need to pay to get these.
What do they cost?
So at JB Hi-Fi at the moment you get them for $149, which is pretty good given that they're Turtle Beach, so notoriously expensive but also high quality. So I feel like if they're $100, absolutely get them. 150, just a little bit above the price range I'd be wanting to pay. And that's purely for the fact that, like you were saying before, the deep bass sounds to it is not particularly great. 7.1 positional audio is really good within games, but again, the clarity just comes through as a little bit tinny for me.
Brilliant. All right. If you enjoyed what you watched here today, please don't forget to check out the links below because we have plenty of content on our other socials as well. We have the website.
Yep.
And we are on Twitter and Facebook and everything else as well. So make sure you visit us there as well.
So a big thank you to Turtle Beach for sending these out to us again. We really appreciate it, giving us the chance to review it. We will have a full written review on the website sooner rather than later, so you can check that out as well.
Thanks for watching.